couple. Do you feel like in Brisbane Roar at a good time? Got a couple of Matildas staying back on international duty this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's part of it. Yeah, for sure. Like Yallop and Fryer have been big players for them and are obviously some of the better players in the league, hence why they're in the Matildas squad and doing well. So if it ends up that they're not available, then yeah, clearly that's going to work in our favour. So sometimes you have to deal with that. Obviously last year we had 6 in that situation when we had to play Western. So yeah, we've been on the other side, so it's nice to be in our position.
Did the break come at a good or bad time? Because you've obviously brought Olivia in. It's extra time for her to get to know the players, extra time for ALeague's face to heal, but straight after a win, you probably wanted to play for the following week.
Yeah. No, I think in a way it was a good time. I think overall it's enabled us to do more work. I think we really improved against Adelaide and we were very strong, especially first half with the ball. And good defensively in the second half, so we built some really strong foundations, but it's given us 2 weeks to kind of keep working on that, to get Olivia in and introduce her to the team and get her work in. She's played 45 minutes of the weekend in an internal game, so a bit of match fitness as well, which is great. And yeah, as you say, it's kind of enabled Annalie to heal fully and available for the weekend as well, so it's good.
Yeah, what's Olivia going to bring to the team?
Well, she's an amazing athlete. For sure, like she's got a good size, strong in the air, good athletically in terms of fitness and speed and all sorts. I think like it kind of complements what we have as well. Like Tiana and Mac are also very strong athletically, so I think that's good. Fits the mould that we're looking for. She's comfortable on the ball, wants to build out from the back, which is kind of why she was in the group that we were looking at to sort of bring in. But you know, it's very difficult when you're recruiting because you sort of interview players and talk to them online, but it's not until they actually get here that you really get a sense of them. And I really like her character. I think she's got some good self-confidence, but also like is humble and wants to work hard and wants to win and help the team. So she's settled in really well, and I think she's going to be a big addition.
Because we spoke to her yesterday, and she seemed pretty keen to hit the ground running and play straight away. And said one of the benefits is she's just coming off a season. So do you feel like she's someone who it won't take too long to get her up to speed?
No, yeah, I think she's pretty much ready. I mean, look, there's a difference, of course, between sort of college football and the way that's played with the rolling subs and then like professional football and the kind of the intensity of the A-League, which is up and running now. So there's a little bit of kind of like building up that kind of specific match fitness, full fitness, but she's in really good condition, really good shape right now. So she's kind of ready to roll, which is fantastic for us.
What are you finding is the biggest challenge so far at the start of the season?
I think we're still like blending as a team. There's a lot of new faces. I think we know that, and it's not a quick process, especially with the short pre-seasons in the A-League women. So I think we are still finding out about each other. We've had the situation, obviously, with having to change the centre backs and Olivia coming in, and then we've had Fergie, who's another big kind of import player for us, who's kind of had a bit of a setback in pre-season, is now starting to find her feet in the team and in the league. So we're still settling into some of that, and I think that's still not going to be perfect at the moment, but it's something that will evolve as the season goes on. So that's the biggest challenge, because people want results here and now, and the reality is like you're still kind of piecing all your parts together, and it's a bit of a moving jigsaw at times. So yeah, we're still figuring out kind of how everyone fits and how we play internally, how the players connect on the pitch with each other. I think those things kind of take time to develop. But yeah, starting to see some really good partnerships out on the training pitch and those connections coming. So I think it's close, and our performances, I think, have shown that it's close. It's just that kind of extra 10% now.
Where does that cohesion, I guess, how do you work on that cohesion? Is it something that you work on training? Is it something that happens naturally in games or off the pitch? Where do you sort of work on it?
Yeah, definitely on the training pitch, and as the season starts and you get into it, you do more specific combinations of the players in those positions. In that pre-season, it's kind of a little bit more generic. There's lots more rotation of players. You're moving people in and out, give everyone a good opportunity, and then as the sort of team starts to evolve and the starting 11 becomes a bit more cemented, then you do more connections of those players on the pitch. So it's coming, and I can sense it. I'm seeing it every day. There's some real progress on the training pitch, and the big challenge for us now is to kind of take what we're doing there and implement it in the games for 90 minutes. And I'm really confident when we get to that point, we're going to be a team that people don't want to play against.
How important has Maya been? Looks like she's been the early sort of signings of the season.
Yeah, no, she's settled in really well. She's a good, really, really good person, and I think has kind of like settled into the Kiwi culture, and so we haven't had to kind of wait for her to kind of, I guess, come up to speed with the league and the performances. She's settled in really quickly, which is a sign of a good professional. But there is still more to come as well. And I think for her as well, it's a bit similar to what I was saying before. It's like finding the best fit for her in the team and the role within the team, because she's obviously come in as a 6 and she's played that position and done that position really well, but then she's adding value like on the attack as well. And we saw, like, obviously she had a few shots and scored in the last game. So it's just trying to find that right balance to really kind of get the best out of her. But she started great and she's become a very important part of the team for sure.
And you start the season with that back 3 with Olivia coming in. Do you want to explore that again, or do you think, now that you've got a win with the back 4 and Mackenzie and Tiana did a good job there in the last game, that might be what you look at going forward?
Yeah, look, I think we set out the season, we really wanted to be able to kind of have some variance to like what we used last year, which was that 4-3-3 all the time. And so the first few games we were able to do that with the people we had available. Olivia coming in now enables us to do it again, which I think gives us that tactical option. And so, yeah, I want to keep teams guessing, what we're going to pull out. Is it going to be a back 3? Is it going to be a back 4? And the players are getting really comfortable with both systems and kind of what the positives and negatives are of each of those systems. And I think really it's about who we're going to play against, what's the best formula to try and win the game. So if it means we play 3 at the back, we do. If we play 4, we play 4. So I feel like that tactical flexibility can give us a real edge in terms of getting on top of teams.
So with ALeague, she's all good to go?
Yeah, ALeague is good. She was physically good last week, and she wanted to play, but we had a good discussion about it, and we didn't want to put her in a position where she would be in harm, and ultimately it was still painful at that point, whereas that sort of tenderness has gone away now, and this 2 weeks she's fully ready. But she's trained all the way through, even into the Adelaide game, so she hasn't really missed a beat in terms of her fitness, and she played 90 minutes last weekend in an internal one, so she's good, yeah.